Let me tell you why I love my Braun Slim Bar Folding Rechargeable LED 390 lumen flashlight. This is different from any flashlight you've owned before. You can take all those old LED flashlights and throw them out. You'll still keep your point and directional flashlights. This technology will change the way you know flashlight. It's different in that it uses chip-on-board technology, which presents a row of LED chips on one piece and gives you the illusion of looking at one light. This is different from the individual chips that you see that are used for directional light or you might see on an LED strip. Why do I love this thing? This thing has lots of features you grow to adore. I've been using this thing for 9 months. Its most significant feature is the super magnet on the bottom. You can stick it on any piece of metal and it'll be like an extra set of hands. The articulating head is a full 180 degrees that you can swap in any direction, sending the light in the direction that you need. The general illumination is so significant that if you look at my light table and I turn it off, you can use it as a light, even on a light table. If you're doing YouTube videos, it's perfect. It's a great portable light. The other thing it has is you can set it down and it tends not to roll off. It has little notches on it to keep it from rolling off the edge. The bottom is made of aluminum. The top is made of plastic. It is rechargeable. It has in it a standard 3.7 volt lithium ion rechargeable battery. Now, for the Harbor Freight, if you're out there, you need to start selling these. These things are expensive to buy individually. You guys are, break that pattern. This unit at a list price of $30 or $40, you can buy it in the 20 to 30 range when it's on sale or with a coupon. The battery, if you have other batteries you want to use, you have to make sure it's the one with the dimple and not the one that gets welded on the top. The battery just goes inside and you turn the bottom on. The magnet's actually so strong. When I got it, I was crawling through an attic and the thing kept cutting out. And what happened is I'd put it on a piece of metal and I turned it and it actually loosened the bottom. And I simply fixed it by turning it in. The light switch on this thing and the intelligence in it makes it very enjoyable. You can see right now that it's displaying green, which means that I have a sufficient charge for the illumination that it's providing. When the battery starts to run down, it doesn't turn off. It turns red to tell me that the draw is too much and that the light at that level will start turning off soon. Now, when I say light at that level, the unit has 3 modes. It has a very high general light beam, it has a medium, and it has what I call the Harry Potter mode, which is a directional light in the beginning at the end. Now, this is very handy. You can see how slim this is. You can take this, and if you're working in a tight spot, you can stick it in there and look directionally in the direction of the end light. It's also very good for general lighting in tight places. I've used it in walls where I was working on a metal stud wall, and we cut a hole in it. We stuck this up in the wall, and the whole wall was illuminated while we were working on the plumbing in that wall. I was recently working on a hot water heater. We stuck it in the tank, so it totally illuminated the tank so we could see what was going on inside. When you go to recharge the unit, it does have a cover here and a standard micro USB port on the back. It will turn green when it's done charging. It will turn red while it's charging. So it's very clear. Now, the instructions do say do not charge it more than 4 hours, and you want to make sure that you abide by that. The fact that it does turn green suggests that it does stop the charging, but it doesn't indicate that in the book. It does say that the unit is not waterproof and that you should not submerge it or get it excessively wet. It says you can use any additional 18650 type 3.7 volt 2200 milliamp lithium ion batteries, again making sure that it has that dimple on the top. It's not a toy. It shouldn't be with kids, and it does have a pacemaker warning, and I'm assuming that's because of the super magnet here, which would probably mess up anything or stick to the pacemaker actually if it had any metallic metal on it. So it does come in this package. It has the micro USB cable in it, and it comes with an instruction manual. Now, I did say it had the super magnet on the bottom, and there's some attributes you do need to know. If you stick it on a piece of thinner metal, it tends not to have the strength on that piece of metal as it would if you stuck it on something that was fairly thick and preferably thick and flat. But this tool is much thicker than that plate metal, and you can see that it's much more rigid in holding onto it. So that's just a note. Being the magnet's there, it isn't totally magic in that it does have some limitations. Applications I've used this. I've used it in the attic, the car, doing electronics, outdoor gardening at night, working on appliances, riding my bicycle. Both as an artificial headlight. I do recommend you clamp it though, although I was messing around just having it magnetically sitting out there. You can stick it in a pocket and have it bend over, and it'll provide illumination while it's hiding in your pocket. You can use it under furniture. You can work it with tools. Ladies and husbands, if you are want a gift for your spouse or significant other, this is an unusual one in that it gives you great working illumination. If you work on phones or small electronics, putting screens on phones, this is the thing to use. Cooking outdoors, if you can find a piece of metal to stick it on. Lots and lots of applications, and certainly for those of you who are YouTube people out there, this is a great portable light. Look at the color on that. It's simply splendid to use. I think anybody that buys it would enjoy it. The part number on this particular unit is 63958, and they're generally readily available. I actually have seen them sold out a couple times. Usually when I tell quite a few friends, they go buy them at the local store and they have to find more. So if you're looking for an investment in a flashlight, a little awkward to hold onto. It's been survivable in some of the drops I've had. I've knocked it off things and had it drop 4 or 5 feet. Haven't broken mine yet, but as I said, the top is plastic. Either way, I think it's a worthwhile investment if you don't have one in your inventory, because it's going to change the way you're able to use your flashlight.